just wanted to share this with you because it made me really happy, and probably I'm the only one who even cares, but it sure is a week of milestones for me. I mean, first, my YouTube channel here hits 2,000 subscribers, and then just today actually found out completely by accident that my Etsy shop just turned 5 today, which seems unreal, but apparently is. I found that out because I saw the Google Doodle of the day. I did not realize my Etsy shared a birthday with Google, and it's apparently Google's 18th birthday, which is freaking crazy. I didn't realize it started like just a couple days after Kimberly was born, like same year and everything. But yeah, I saw that and was like, wow, really? Huh. I know my Etsy shop's birthday is sometime late in September. I wonder what day that is. So I went and looked, and it's today, apparently. And I didn't even realize that. This is probably the first year that I've been aware of it on the actual day, because usually I find it, like, right after the day, and I'm like, aw, darn, I missed it. Not that it makes much of a difference to anyone other than me, but still, like, even on the Facebook page I have for it, for my shop, I posted an I'm 5 today sticker, because why not? But it's just crazy that, really? I've been doing this for 5 years? And I look around, I'm like, yeah, I guess that seems about right, that it would take about 5 years to have turned my bedroom into a literal yarn store. Uh, but, it does not feel like it's been 5 years on one hand, and on the other hand, it feels like I've been doing this forever, so it's all about perspective, I suppose. Yeah, so I think it doesn't feel like 5 because the first year, maybe even 2, I only was selling like the digital cross stitch patterns. And as I started making items I realized that I could sell, like physical items, I started focusing less on the digital items and more on the physical items, since you can make a lot more money off of physical items. And just over time, it's built and built. And if you had told me 5 years ago that I would ever have an Etsy store with over 100 handmade items on it at all times, I would have told you you're on crack. Who has time for that? But I apparently managed it. I'm not sure how, but I did. And I would have been even more just blown out of the water if you'd. Sorry, I have something in the corner of my eye. But I'd be even more blown out of the water if you told me there would come a day when I'd have more physical items than digital items. That day has not quite hit yet, but it's fast approaching, probably by the end of this year. Not the end of the store's birth year, but the end of this year, as in December 31st. I think it's gonna surpass it, probably. So, that's pretty cool. Just trips me out thinking, wow, 5 years is a long time, and yet totally doesn't feel like it. But then I stop and think, and I realize, oh yeah, my grandparents did see a lot of the first of the handmade items I was listing to sell, but wow, and my grandma's been gone for 3, so, it's been longer than that. My grandpa's been gone for almost 3, it'll be 3 in February, so there's that. But yeah, I'm just like, wow, really? I've come a long way. Come a long way from selling just little handmade Nintendo DS covers. Sorry, I have something in this eye now. My eyelashes, I swear. I still am listing some of those original ones that I first made because I didn't want to flood my shop with them all at once, and then I forgot about them, and then I found them again, and then I felt silly listing them because who uses a DS Lite anymore? And yet I still list them, and I occasionally still sell them. But yeah, I'm still, this many years later, working on selling some of that original first batch of items. But I've branched out into so many other things, and yet, on the other hand, if you had asked me when I first started my Etsy shop where I would see it being 5 years from then, I probably would have given you a very different answer from what it actually is, because I was very hell-bent on believing I was going to be making soaps and candles and lip balms and wall hangings, you name it, I was gonna do it. And then I started with the yarn crafts first, and I quickly figured out that it's not just the making of the items that's the hard part. You have to store them until they sell. And sometimes it takes years for a certain item to sell. So you have to pick carefully what you've got space for. And yeah, I kind of wish somebody would have told me that right off the bat. So in case there was something that I was just chomping at the bit to do right then, I would have done it then before I ran out of room. But at least now I have a bunch more shelves in my brother's old room that weren't a thing before just a couple months ago. So, I mean, that's at least expanded where I can store things, but, I mean, that'll only go so far, but, yeah, I'm really hoping that eventually this becomes a lucrative enough business to where I'm raking in enough of an income on it to where I can afford a storage unit somewhere, so I can put things there, as well as use the space here, and really just, yeah, kick ass and take names at it. Because I could make a lot of big items if I had the space to keep them. Yeah, not even joking. I wanted desperately to do paintings, and then I realized I'd have to have somewhere to store all those paintings. I'm not quite sure how other people do it, honestly. It's crazy. I mean, I get now why so many shops only list like a handful of them at a time, because you can only store so many at a time, I guess, but just crazy craziness. It's still, on the other hand, you know, when I first started it, I didn't actually believe necessarily anyone would want to buy anything from me, so I kind of figured it'd be dead in the water by the end of that year. And given I started it in September, that wasn't exactly the most glowing outlook to have going into starting a business. I had not yet adopted my current motto of, if you don't believe in you and your work, nobody else will. So you have to give it 110% with your own belief on a thing, and if you don't feel it, don't bother with it because nobody else is gonna either. So, and that seems to have served me very well in choosing things to make and sell. So, there is also that, and I am offering that up to anyone else who might be trying to run such a business, be it Etsy or elsewhere, with handmade things. So, like I said, it is what it is, but it just blows my mind that I've actually done as well as I have with it, and that it's continuing to improve and continuing to grow with each passing year. The numbers are speaking for themselves. Income-wise, they have gone up every year consistently since I started it. So, I mean, I must be doing something right? So, and for having never purchased the promoted listings or anything, just my own self-promotion on social media, I think I've done pretty damn well, all things considered. Sure, there's plenty of shops that sell more than I do, but, you know, I don't think I'm doing too shabbily either. I mean, I'm circling in on my 1,000th sale. I've got over 800 sales currently, and yeah, the numbers have gone quicker and quicker as time has gone on. So, you know, just saying, if I can pull it off, anybody can pull it off. It blows my mind that I'm actually good at something, because I'm not used to being good at anything. I feel like such a loser saying that, but it's true. I am not used to being good at something. So, yeah, like I said, this isn't really going anywhere, but I wanted to share with you guys that I can't believe it's been 5 years already, and I'm like, so in another 5, do you guys think it'll still be going? Because, you know, given I made it this far, I think I could do another 5 years with Etsy. Maybe even another 10. Who knows? Will Etsy still be around in 10 years? I mean, if it is, I'll probably still be there. So, unless I, like, really somehow luck out so big to where I can just do it independently elsewhere and have that big of a clientele, I'm not that confident yet. So, until then, I'm just playing it by ear and doing it through there just because it's a large marketplace and has a large audience. Makes sense. So, but yeah, I just wanted to share with you guys because it's mind-blowing to me and it's really exciting and just very happy making, and yeah. So, anyway, here's to another 5 years, at least, hopefully more, and till next time, bye!